Hi everybody. I am Professor Vicki Wenzel and I am going to be your instructor for your online pathophysiology course this summer. Let's make sure we got this thing slowed down here. There we go. Okay, that should be good, I hope. Anyway, right now we're going to take a few minutes, and it'll probably take longer than a few, like about 45 minutes. We're going to go through the syllabus, and I'm going to hopefully answer some of your questions so you're ready to be prepared. Know that this summer, for the first time, we are starting to use Canvas as our learning management system. Some of you may have already used Canvas. I have never used Canvas, so we will, for those of you who haven't learned it, I'm learning it right along with you. Hopefully I've got everything set, but please don't hesitate to tell me or ask me if you can't find something, or if something didn't open up for you, or something wasn't right, because it's probably my fault and I forgot to say something or do something on Canvas that we need to do. Okay? That's my first thing. So the first thing we're going to do is look at our books. So the first book I want you to make sure you have a copy of, or at least something on the internet where you can use APA, because I truly, truly want you to use APA. We grade with APA here. We take points off if you don't have APA, so please look at your APA, figure out if you know what it is. I'll be glad to meet you if you're having issues with it or problems. There is a couple on the website on Canvas for you. There are a couple APA like lessons for you to do right at the very beginning. So look through those, do them, go through them. Some of your first quiz will be on the APA stuff that you're going to be learning. But this is a really handy-dandy book. It is the APA manual publication. It's the 6th edition. If you could have this, that would be great. I have been using this for years. I also have a program on my computer called APA Perla where I can write everything in that program, and it's just an add-on to Microsoft Word, and it fixes a lot of stuff and does my references for me and everything. So that's an option if you're interested in that. I wish I could keep this straight for you instead of it moving all the time. We'll see if that helps a little bit. Okay, the next thing we'll look at is our book, and this is our book. It's kind of brownish, reddish, Pathophysiology by Latchell Story. It is a 3rd edition. You have to have this book. I don't care if you buy it or you rent it or you buy an old copy or a new copy. Just make sure it is the 3rd edition, because that's the one we're using. Okay? And I know they don't change much in editions, but when that one came out, I went through the quizzes and there were a lot of different questions that I couldn't find in this new book that had been in the old book. So the quizzes are all updated and they go by this 3rd book. Okay? So, if you want to pull out your syllabus, it's not very thick, but there's a lot of information in it, so we're going to go through it first. Okay? I'm going to scoot you back here just a little bit. And the first thing is going to just talk a little bit about me. My telephone number, my office telephone number is in there, but I don't plan on being here that much this summer. I'll do most of my work from home. So my text number, my cell number is next. Please use that if you have a question or an emergency. 402-310-4673. And there's also an email address, and I do check my Wesleyan email almost every day. So there's very few days I don't check it. Okay. So you can send me an email address too. I think maybe if I make this a little shorter, if I can, it will be better. It will stay in one place. Maybe that's what I need to do. There we go. Email address is on here. Your location will be on Canvas, and it's all online. Summer session of 2018. So the day and time, we start this class on Monday, June 4th at 0001 in the morning. And we go till Friday, July 28th at, not quite sure what time we end the day school, probably about 4 or 5 in the afternoon. So if we get down to the last week, you may want to get everything done a little ahead of time. Okay? Office hours, like I said, it's summer hours, so I won't be here. I will be glad, though, to come to campus and talk to you if you're having an issue, a problem, you want to have an appointment, you want to come in and talk. I'll be glad to come and do that. just email me or text me or call me, and we'll make an appointment that way. So, okay. So, the best way to get a hold of me, though, right now is through email. The cell phone you can use it for an emergency. You can use it otherwise, even if it's not like a life and death thing. I don't want you to do that. But if you have, like, it's time to get your paper in and it's not in and you have a question about it, please call me, text me, whatever you want to do. But make sure if I don't answer the phone, because a lot of times I won't answer the phone if I don't know the number, but I'll listen to your message. So leave me a message, speak clearly, leave me your name, your telephone number, and kind of what's going on and what it's about, because I always listen to those messages, and I'll call you right back. Okay? So this course, Pathophysiology, is 3 credit hours or 45 contact hours. The course description is survey of the mechanisms of diseases and fundamental disease processes of each organ system. Selected disease topics are studied. So we've got 8 weeks of different disease topics, and you've probably, since you're all RNs and going on for your BSN, you've probably studied all this already, and you probably work with it, so you probably are going to not have a lot of trouble with this class, okay? There are course requirements. I expect you to be actively participate in the online discussions, so I don't want you in there on Monday answering the initial discussion and then answering the response discussion the very same day. I want you in the course looking at what your classmates are saying. I want you to look at it different days of the week, okay? You'll need a computer or computer access, and Wesleyan has all kinds of computers here if you need to get one, if you need to come into campus and use it. Oh, this said Blackboard Learning Management System. I didn't get that trained. It is changed. It is actually Canvas Learning Management System now. Microsoft Word or PowerPoint, and as a student you have an option to have Microsoft Office 365, both Word and Office, so that's something you just have to download from the campus. It's free. There's an online library, searches or databases for us to work with, and while I'm on that topic, when you're looking up information, I want you to get the most recent stuff you can find. So I don't really want to see any discussion references or citations to anything less than 5 years old, okay? So if you have something that's 2006, please don't use it, because I don't like those references. Medicine changes so quickly that if we use something that's from 2006, it may not be up to date. So the most recent stuff you can find, so within the last 5 years anyway, okay? Read your assigned readings in your text. Complete the learning activities on Canvas. There will be lots of learning activities. There will be videos to watch. There is also there is a lecture PowerPoint that I've done. It's just a voiceover PowerPoint that you should listen to when you're going through this, okay? Meet your deadlines. There's a calendar for you, and there'll also be a calendar in Canvas that will tell you when your stuff is due. Complete all the assignments. Uphold the NWU course academic integrity policy. That means that you don't plagiarize yourself, you don't copy from another student, you do your own work, and that is what I expect, okay? The Firefox web browser works the best, so if you don't have it, you can download that free, and I think there's a website in here that you can go to. I think it's in the syllabus. And, of course, internet access you'll need too. So computer requirements, there's not a lot of computer requirements. You can have an HP or you can have a Mac. The one thing I'm going to tell you, and it's in your syllabus, is if you have a Mac, do not save any of your work in the Pages format. I cannot open Pages format. I just get rid of those papers because I can't open them, and I'm not going to waste time trying. Please do not save them in a Pages format. You have the option to download Word from the campus, so please do that and use Word, okay? Next page, I'm going to go to page 2, and here are your Google Chrome and your Firefox. You can use either one of those that you want, although I think Firefox works better, okay? And there are websites for both of those. Hello? I think you're cutting off the top of my head, and I don't like that. There we go. Okay. There is also a learning style inventory I want you to do. This will provide you with a guide to your own personal learning styles. If you want to do that, it would be great. It asks a series of questions and then scoring the results. It will illustrate your documentation and secondary learning styles, okay, or your dominant, excuse me. Understanding this will enhance your skills, your study skills, which you'll need a little of. What is your learning style? Click to find out, and that's in your syllabus. Okay, so the program learning outcomes are on here. I'm going to let you read them through. The course objectives are still on here. I'm going to let you read those through, okay, by yourself. Required materials, we've already gone over it. You need this book, and you need this book or a program on your computer that will do APA for you, okay? Okay. And also when you're citing our book, the way to cite it, the APA style, is right here at the very bottom of this page. Please use that so we don't have any citations that are not right. Please use the one that's in here, okay? We'll do a lot of videos. We'll do some lecture. Mostly it's just the PowerPoint voiceover that I've done. There will be some virtual tutorials. There will be a lot of reading. There will be some puzzle activities. There will be some animations, simulations. There might be some case studies. PowerPoints we already discussed about. There will be discussions, and they'll be every other week, and they will all be graded. You'll also have some weekly study questions to look over, and you'll have some web quests. Okay. Course expectations. Please read the assigned readings as listed in the syllabus. Complete the tests and assignments by the deadline dates. Please ask questions when you have them. If you have a question, please let me know. There is a place somehow on Canvas that I always did on Blackboard. It was called Nurses Lounge, and I always put that up there. So if you have a question that might benefit all of your classmates, put it in the Nurses Lounge. I'll answer it there. Then everybody will have the same question, the same answer that they can look at. I just got to find a place to put it and how do you put it in there, and I'll do that before I post the class. Please complete the PowerPoint presentations by the deadline date. And I think that's not really your PowerPoint presentation. It is you have a PowerPoint poster presentation. That's all you need to do, the poster. You don't have to present it. Okay, please be excited to learn the human body is a miraculous thing, which we all know. Know and apply APA format assignments and abide by course and university academic honesty policy, and follow the netiquette guidelines posted in the discussion forum. So your netiquette guidelines are in there too. Okay. Nebraska Wesleyan's commitment to students with disabilities. Please read this if you think you have a learning disability or something that would help you. If you could have like maybe a longer test period, maybe I don't know exactly how that works online, but what you have to do is go through Sandy McBride, and her name is down here at the bottom of this paragraph with a telephone number if you need an accommodation for your classes or your studies, okay? There is a statement on academic integrity. I've kind of touched on that already. It's a basic principle of our university. Nebraska Wesleyan encourages and expects the highest standards of academic honesty from all students. The Student Code of Conduct states that cheating, plagiarism, or other forms of academic dishonesty are subject to disciplinary action. And then in your student handbook, there is a place called the Student Code of Conduct. For additional information, you can look there. Students who fail to properly cite and authorize or plagiarize will receive a grade of an F for the assignment. Students who work together on the assignment designated as individual work will receive a grade of F for the assignment. And just so we have it all straight, every assignment discussion you have in this class is an individual assignment. There is no group work in this assignment. Okay? Then there is also Title IX, and there is the Lincoln campus and also the Omaha campus, in case some of you are from Omaha. But one of my responsibilities is to create a safe learning environment in our campus, on both campuses, even though I'm not in Omaha, I'm in Lincoln. So I have a reporting responsibility. So if anybody is making you feel uncomfortable while you're in school, in classes, anything at all, please let me know, and we will look into it for you, okay? The information will be private as far as I can do private. We also have Title IX coordinators here, and their numbers are on the very next page, the top of page 4. So if you want to do that, you can call one of those numbers if you feel like you're being harassed or any of that kind of stuff, okay? Okay. The Omaha campus, the numbers for you are there too. And then we're going to go down right here to student assignment submissions. They're required to submit an electronic copy of written assignments. Electronic copies of presentations may be requested by the faculty members. Electronic versions of papers and presentations will be stored for 3 years, and then they'll be destroyed after your graduation. Students' work may be reviewed by nursing program accreditation visitors. And just like any hospital, any place that's accredited where you have reviewers come in and they want to look at paperwork and they want to look at charts and they want to talk to patients, we have the same thing here at Wesleyan. So there may be a request to see some student papers, and that's all that's telling you. Okay. Electronic communications. Students are expected to have access to a computer and check their Nebraska Wesleyan email on a regular basis. I send out a lot of emails and a lot of announcements. Please, please, please keep up on everything. When I send you an email, I expect you to get right back to me with an answer within the first 24 hours, just like I will you if you send me something, okay? The university can't incorporate any of your home emails, so like Yahoo, Gmail, any of that stuff. That does not work here, so please don't use them. Always use your Nebraska Wesleyan account. If you do not have that signed up yet, please, please check into it. Go to IT or the registrar. I can't remember. One of those two can help you get started. I think it's IT. Okay? A lot of my group emails tell you of changes maybe in the course. Maybe I'm just checking in with you to see how things are going. Please, please, please read your emails for me. Okay? You can also access Nebraska Wesleyan email accounts through at home on your own home computer. There we go. Maybe that'll help. On your own home computer. So Blackboard can be accessed on your home computer, on your laptops, anywhere you're at, as long as you have internet access. Boy, I really need to change all this Blackboard stuff in here. I might have to rechange this and change it all to Canvas because I missed all the Blackboard stuff. That's too bad. Okay, we also have an online library database. Please use that for any information you find. They keep all kinds of journals in there for you online. Okay. And I put it here. Please note when you reference an online database for your poster or your discussions, the only ones that will be accepted are journal articles from journals within the last 5-year period and reputable websites such as the CDC or WebMD. Don't use blogs. Don't use emails, letters to the editor. Don't use that kind of stuff. I want you to use very professional type of references when you use them. Okay. And also don't use social media. Okay. Course requirements. There are points awarded for any discussion participation attendance in this course. If you did not participate in discussion or are late, you will lose the opportunity to earn those points. There are no excused absences. I do expect you in your learning management system a couple of 2 or 3 times a week or more if you need to. Attendance, discussions, and participations are considered key elements of student success in the nursing program. I do not accept late submissions. If you are late with your discussion, the rest of your class loses the opportunity to read what you have written. If you have a prior conversation about your discussion being late, some points may be awarded. So what I'm saying by this is your initial discussion to the discussion question is going to be due at Wednesday at 23:59. Every Wednesday of the week we have discussion. Your response to your classmates is due by Sunday of that same week at 23:59. So if you send your initial discussion in on Saturday or Sunday, then your classmates don't really have a chance to respond to it, so those will not be accepted at all. Now, if you have a hospitalization or something, you can't get to it, please call me, please text me, please email me, and we will figure it out. But for just missing it because you forgot it, you were on vacation, you forgot your book, those kind of things are not going to count. Okay. Let's see. Attendance, we just talked about. Your course assessment are your grades. You have to have a C to continue in the nursing course, so you have to end up in this class with a 73 to a 76%. Okay, and that's all on here. And it says the final course grade of C is required to progress in the program. So then the next set of things that we're going to do, this is what we're going to be giving you points for throughout your semester. So you will have an introduction that will be graded. It's worth 5 points. You will also have accept faculty expectations, which is worth 5 points. You will have 4 quizzes. They're all worth 30 points. And you will have 3 weekly discussions, and they're all worth 100 points. Okay, and then you'll have your electronic poster. It is also worth 100 points. Okay, and then if you look off to the side, you'll see the percentage of your course grade. So like your poster is worth 20% of your whole overall grade. Your discussions and quizzes are worth 10% of your grade. Okay. Written assignments, all written assignments are to be typed, double-spaced, and proofread prior to admission. Please proofread your assignments. Like, people mix up two, and two a lot. TWO, TOTOO, or there and there, THEIR and THERE. You get points counted off for that, so please read through your submissions and make sure you've got all you don't have any misspelling, you've got the right words where you want them, okay? They must be in a Word document, okay? There are specific guidelines for each written assignment. You must follow APA guidelines. No paper copies will be accepted. Please do not hand me a paper copy if you see me someplace. It needs to be electronic. It needs to go into the Canvas learning system, okay? And I've wrote on here too, you may not submit your assignments you have saved in Pages. If you are a Mac user, I cannot open those Pages format. And Microsoft Office is available online as part of the Office 365 format here at the college. Late work, assignments turned in after the date will be reduced, receive a deduction of 5 points per day, except for discussion work. Please see under Discussion tab. Okay. Makeup tests or quizzes and procedures. If a student takes a test outside of the scheduled time, this will be considered a makeup test. The test must be made up within 1 week of the originally scheduled time. The student is to contact the instructor via email or phone to have the exam reopened up in in Canvas. Failure to do so will result in a 0 for that test. A student may miss one test with a grade penalty of 5 points per day, as long as the test is made up within 1 week. If the student misses more than one test, the test must be made up, but the maximum score allowed is 80% and a late point assessment of 5 points per day is applied. Any further makeup tests are at a maximum of 50%. Okay, discussion. You have 3 of them, and they're all worth 10%. You'll go to your Canvas course to the discussion link for weeks 1. Introduce yourself to your peers. Next, reply to faculty expectations. And you also have a netiquette one you have to do too. Okay. During weeks 3, 5, and 7, you will complete discussion boards. You will make your initial posting to answer the question by the date on the course calendar. And there's a course calendar in there, and Canvas tells me that it'll put it on your calendar for you when I put a due date in there. Okay. So your initial discussion is due Wednesday evening at 23:59, and then your participant posts are due Sunday at 23:59. Okay. We need to have, when you make postings, they need to be substantive postings. So it needs to say something. It needs to do a critical analysis of what the discussion is. It needs to do a critical analysis of your classmates' paper. Don't just say, oh, you did a good job, I agree with you, because I'm not counting any of that stuff. You'll lose points for all of that. Tell me why you think she did a good job. What is it in her posting that made you want to reply to her post? Find something in your reading, in your text, in your articles that tell you about why you agree with her or why you don't agree with her, him, your fellow classmate, and put that in there, cite it. Make sure you have a reference at the bottom, okay? So you need to do all of that stuff, okay? So you can give and the other thing is, if you have a personal example, say we're discussing respiratory disease, and my mom died from COPD, and it was a horrid death. And I could talk a little bit about what she went through, and that would be a personal thing, and we could talk about that if you wanted to, and that would not lose you points. And you really, if you want to talk about how respiratory disease, like COPD, eats up the lungs and what it does, you might want to cite some of that stuff. So, okay, or maybe what kind of meds my mom was on that helped her. I might want to cite some of that stuff. So anything you do, you can also ask a probing question, but make sure that you answer it too, okay? Because your classmates probably aren't going to answer it, okay? Remember not to plagiarize anything you're writing, so don't copy word from the book. I want your thoughts. I don't want what's in the book. I can read that anywhere. I don't want what's in your article. I can read that too. Tell me what you're thinking. Put it in your own words, okay? Remember to cite your sources and do a reference list at the bottom of everything you turned in, okay? The online discussion evaluation rubric is next, so you'll do this on weeks 3, 5, and 7. I will use this rubric that's in here in Canvas. It's set up a little bit differently, but it still has all of these points that I will be grading on. So look this over. Make sure you get all of this in your discussion posts, okay? Let's see if there's anything else I wanted to tell you that I didn't need. Okay. Let's see. And I expect you all to read everybody's weekly discussion post. That's where you learn from other people. Okay. Okay, so we can skip to the next page. And then you have an electronic poster this semester that's coming up. And it is due, oh, shoot. Let's see. There's also a calendar in your thing. Your electronic poster is due on, I think it's Thursday, July 5th. So that'll come up pretty soon. There's a list in your syllabus of different topics, or if you have another topic you'd rather do, let me know. But please let me know the topic you want to do, because I'm not going to have two people doing the same poster. I want you all to do something different. Okay? Let's see. The electronic poster will be on a pathophysiology topic. Electronic poster templates are provided in the course room for your use. You may use your own template, but if you do, be sure to include all the required criteria for grading. Select a pathophysiology topic of interest to you and prepare an electronic poster. You are to limit the quotations in your poster to 10% of the assignment. So that means you can't just copy and paste words. You have to talk to me. You have to tell us about it. You must check with your instructor on the subject of your poster and what to avoid, or so that we avoid duplicates, okay? Failure to cite sources on your poster and have a reference list will result in a grade 0 for the electronic poster. And all the times I've taught this, I've had one person that got a 0 on her poster because she didn't cite and she didn't reference anything. You have to do that. Otherwise, it's called plagiarism, okay? There are no redos for this assignment. Learners are required to use the information in the Week 1 APA lessons that are provided. References must be cited on the poster. 10 or more references are expected on your poster. Use AP8 format to list the references. And the grades will be as followed. And on the next page, you have a grading rubric for your poster. And it tells you how many points you're getting for everything. Okay? So look through that very carefully, because that's what I follow. I always have these rubrics right beside me when I grade papers or anything, or your poster. Okay? Quizzes, there will be 4 of them. They are worth 10% each. They will include multiple choice, fill in the blank, true, false. They'll be found online on Canvas during the week that you're to take them. They are time quizzes. You'll have 30 minutes for 15 questions. The questions come right out of your reading, so I would read your book. Okay. There are dates when the quizzes will all open up on Wednesday, and then they need to be done by Sunday. And the reason I do this, I don't leave them open all week, is because I want you guys to get into your books. I want you to read. I want you to look at the videos I put up. I want you to know what you're doing before you take the test, okay? And if you have any trouble with the quizzes or they didn't load or something like that, let me know, okay? Okay. Let's see. This does say 20 minutes, but you will have 30 minutes. I think I'm going to have to go and repost this thing so you guys got all the right information. Internet. You need to utilize the internet to search for information related to selected topics. Please ask for help if you are not familiar with how to do this. Students are to check their email at least weekly or more often and use the course Blackboard site. Computer labs are available on campus for students who do not have online access in their homes. If you have tech trouble, you can call me, or you can call, and I probably can't help you with tech stuff, but you can try me, or you can call the helpline for the NWU Tech helpline, and the number is right there for you. The people at NWU that staff the tech line are so good, and they know so much about computers, so please use them if you have. There's a complete a ticket online if you have an issue with something that's going on, and you can also call them if it's more an emergent, like you're in the middle of something and you need to get in there, okay? We're going to talk a little bit about proper APA is expected in written assignments for this course, and that includes your poster and includes your discussion questions. Please review the APA handout and the APA writing lab lessons that are found in the course documents. Be sure to understand the difference between plagiarism and proper citing that is described in these resources. This is to uphold academic honesty. If you do not understand the concept, be sure to email me asking for clarification. Please use your APA manual that you should have if there is something you don't understand. Okay? Late papers, quizzes, and test assignments may not be accepted for grading, or late points may be deducted, all of which is completely at my discretion. Tardiness of assignments may result in failure of the course. Students are expected to complete assignments when they are due. In the event the student cannot complete assignments by the due date, please contact your instructor immediately. I know that things happen in life that may result in needing an extension deadline. However, this is at the discretion of myself. The students who complete assignments on deadline or before, or communicate with their instructor before the deadline about circumstances such as having health problems, is displaying responsible, mature behavior. Honest, mature, responsible behaviors by healthcare providers are valued and essential in healthcare. Where these character trait behaviors are needed to ensure quality patient and client care. Okay. Course calendar. Please see the course calendar menu on the left. Well, it's not on the left anymore. That is on the left. And select syllabus, and the course calendar for your section is located with the syllabus. The syllabus and the course calendar are all on Canvas. You have to do is click on them, and they will be there. I'm going to update this before you get to it to read it, so I know I have everything in there the way I want to and get rid of all the Canvas words. This page is a page of all the different topics you can do for your pathophysiology poster. Please look it over. If you have something that you want to put in there instead of one of these, that's great. Last semester I had a student that used something I had never ever heard of before, and it was really rare. And she actually, it was in her genetic makeup, and so somebody in her family had it, and that's how she knew about it. So that was really interesting. Okay, your course calendar looks like this, and it is on Canvas for you. So look through this. It has all your due dates. It has all your assignments. Of course, they'll all be in Canvas too. And I think that is it. Let's see. It looks like most everything is going to be due by Friday, July 27th. So anything you can get done earlier will be great. Let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully I'll get this up on Canvas pretty soon and you guys can see it, and we'll all go from there. Have a great summer. I hope we don't keep you too busy, but we're going to keep you a little busy. So good luck, everybody. I'll be talking to you over the semester.